points. Anyway, got a new co-commentator sat next to me. Suddenly, Swanee has been morphed into the Pro Moto MX1 opening moto winner, Martin Barr. Martin, good to have you in the booth as well. Obviously, you can get to see the track a bit more doing this. How was it out there? You love a bit of wet sand. You've been brought up on it, but obviously a moto win on your own team. You know, you've got to be made up with how it's going so far today.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. You know, my BRT KTM worked absolutely fantastic. I know it started smoking a little bit once I caught on the back of Bobberchef again, but you know, all in all, I was just so happy. You know, me and my dad, we basically do everything ourselves to turn up here and race against the big teams, and you know, to get a win, it makes all them late nights, the long drives, definitely worth it. So it was nice. I've always known I've still have the speed and go out and win, but I just have always struggled with my starts the last year or so, and it's something I've been working hard on. And you know, there we got a whole shot, and you know, it just makes a difference. You're in that position straight away.
See, there's life in the old dog yet in there. So how old are you now, Marty? Tell everybody.
33.
33 years old. You know, you're nearly, what's that, 20 years younger than Brad Anderson? So you can still go strong. You know, obviously, like you just said, you just touched on it. It's such a big deal. You know, you've ridden for high-profile teams or whatever. The sport's not getting any easier. Obviously, it's getting more pricey. We know that. But, you know, at the same time, how much have you found the extra commitment in running your own team? Has it taken more effort than you thought, a lot more effort, or are you just trying to still concentrate on the riding and hand some of it over to somebody else?
No, I'm hands-on. You know, obviously, I'm an official KTM team, so I've got that really good support from them guys. But, you know, I am doing all the parts orders and all the rest of it with my dad. So, you know, I am doing that side of things. I'm doing my training, I'm doing my coaching. So it's pretty full on. And obviously, like, it's touch and go at the minute. Me and my wife were expecting twins, and I'm just glad I didn't put her into labour in that first moto.
No, that would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Now you go and win the second moto, win the overall on the day at the final round, and then she goes into a labour. That would be a weekend worth remembering. Have you looking that far ahead yet? Obviously, you've started this team with the intention, I'm sure, whether you're going to keep riding or not. I think you are, because we spoke about this on the Dirty Talk show only a little while ago. What's your plan? Are you planning to bring in other riders, support other riders, or is it just going to be like just you fundamentally yourself and say one other, or do you want to expand the team?
Yeah, definitely. My plan would be to continue on and build up BRT KTM. You know, I've got a really good sponsor, NH Trade Frames, on board, and you know, his son Jack, he's in the amateur MX2 class. So it's really good to have both of us out there. Obviously, coming from home, there's so much talent from Northern Ireland. And it's just that costly thing coming across the water every weekend. So there's a lot of quick guys coming up, and I would love to be able to be in a position to, you know, try and support them and bring them across, and you know, to develop their skills and, you know, try and make it to the top. But as you said, things is going to get harder before they get any easier. And,
yeah.
But yeah, that's my plan. I would still love to continue on with BRT KTM and, you know, see where it takes us.
Well, that'd be good. I saw you out there, you know, very much hands-on. You're even like power washing off the bikes, you know, not your own. So you're fully into it.
Yeah, like I've always been like that. I'm not scared to get stuck in. My feet's well and truly on the ground. You know, I'm just the same as everybody else. But it's you know, it's a team. We help each other, and we do what we can when we can. But yeah, I really enjoy it. You know, I don't plan on hanging the boots up just yet.
Good.
You know, like today, the track is gnarly, but, you know, I love it. It was just one of them races. I'm sure you've been there before. You come in and you didn't even have a sweat on. Just everything just clicked and felt perfect. So hopefully that happens in Moto2 again.
Wouldn't happen now, Marty. I'll tell you what, I'd have a sweat on riding down to the pit box, let alone trying a 25-minute moto out there. Talking of this race, talking of this series, you know, obviously we've spoken about it a little bit, but for the live feed and whatever, this series, the Michelin MX Nationals, has gone out there this year in tough times. As a pro rider out there trying to run a business, which you are now, you know, and whatever, and earn a living, you've got to be really thankful of the effort that the Michelin MX National team have put in this year, so we can, you know, effectively you can earn a living. Yeah,
definitely. You know, it's without them guys, you know, next year would have been a no-go whatsoever. And you know, fair play to them, they've made it work. You know, and even with no spectators, we've got the live timing, which is absolutely fantastic. You know, we can go out and showcase our sponsors live on the internet. you know, so it's hats off to them. We need more people like it, and you know, hopefully this. I know it's going. The series is going to go from strength to strength and get better and better. And you know, it just shows you the amount of people support it. The riders, anybody that we speak to, absolutely love it. And,
sorry, I'm just sorry. No, it's just because Kevy just had a big front end dive off the track. The race, was he in the lead? No, he was second. Kelvin Kelly just tucked the front end off screen. We'll come back to this race because I want to talk with you about these riders in a minute. But yeah, well, actually, let's get to it now. You know, you've come through an era when youth racing was mostly run separately to adults. But now you're seeing it. Obviously, there are tough tracks out there. From a rider that's still out there doing it, as a youngster who came through, the benefits, although it's super tough, this has got to be good for them, isn't it, riding these tracks? It's going to make them better riders, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. As you said, you know, when I was coming up through the schoolboys, it was always separate events, so you only really got to watch them guys on TV. But, you know, for these young kids now, getting to ride the same tracks as us, and like a day like today is going to be brutal for them. But in the long run, the experience they're gaining from that, and it's going to definitely develop their skills and, you know, continue on with that. And, you know, not even just riding it, they're able to go out and watch us,
exactly.
speak to us, and, you know, it's just, it's a really cool thing. I just wish, it, you know, it was there when I was coming up, but, you know, it's definitely going a step in the right direction.
I mean, I know you're busy throughout a day. You've got to concentrate on what you've got to do, so you're back there, you're doing your stuff between motos. Do you get, I mean, you're out now, we've dragged you in the commentary booth, so do you get a chance to watch some of these youth races throughout the day? And are you already, as a potential long-term team manager, going, oh, he's one to watch?
Yeah, obviously I have my academy back home, where a lot of the young guys that I look after are here as well. So I always try and find the time to go and watch them and give them little tips here and there. So it's yeah, it's definitely good. It's obviously nice to keep an eye on the development, the riders of you know, years to come. So it's really nice to see there's a lot of them standing out there at the minute, and especially conditions like this, it really separates the men from the boys.
Yeah, the boys from the little boys, as it were. Oh, let's get to the racing then. Josh Bell is leading, doing what he's got to do. But Kelvin Kelly was in second, but just tucked the front end a lap ago. Ryan Waggott, just to bring it up to speed here, Marty, if you haven't been unaware, Ryan Waggott just has to score a singular point to be crowned as champion, and he's currently in second. So he is, for a better word, just bringing it home. You've been in a position, you've won championships before, obviously at all levels, but also as a pro. How does that affect you when you go into a race, knowing that you've just got to... Does it play worse? What's your strategy? Is it best to just go for it, or what would you do if you was in Ryan's position?
Yeah, it's a tough one, especially with the track the way it is for them little kids. There's so much can happen. But he's better just trying to forget about the championship. He's in that position for a reason. You know, he's been thereabouts all year, so he's just doing what he's doing there. He's riding absolutely fantastic, running second. You know, he's still fighting off there, Brandon behind him, but he's you know, he seems to be pretty cool-headed. He's not getting too flustered there, so it's no, fair play to him.
Yeah, I think he's obviously you know, this is the classic commentator's curse. We don't want to say he's going to get it done, but so I won't. There you go. I won't want to tempt fate, but he's looking good. Josh Bell doing all he can. Of course, some of these kids will move up to the big wheel next year, where hopefully we'll have a host of new small wheel riders moving up from the 65s. Of course, we don't run the 65s here at the Michelin MX Nationals, which I actually believe is a good thing. It gives them autos and 65s a year just to get used to actual sort of championship racing before they come in. And of course, if we had 65s and autos around here, I mean, it's tough enough on a small wheel. A 65 would just be brutal.
Yeah.
So we're winding this one down. Marty, how are you feeling about the second moto? Obviously, confidence is riding high. You're particularly good at cusses as well. You know, you're picking up pace. It's almost, you're probably thinking it's a shame that the next race will be the last race of your year.
Yeah. It's it's just been a weird year for everybody, but yeah, I've been thereabouts all series. You know, I think I might be up to third now. With, unfortunately for Brent, he had that DNF there, but it's yeah, it's been tough. You know, I think this fastest 40 has been fantastic. It's been the toughest MX1's been in a good 5 to 8 years. And you know, and actually to get a moto win myself now, it's very satisfying to know that I'm still up there and capable of it. So it's it's Moto 2. It'd be nice if I just got a rerun, another good start,
yeah.
and you know, got a good flow going straight away. But you know, for sure them guys that's behind me, they'll be wanting to go out and try and finish the season off on a high as well. So, but yeah, I'll be going out and giving it my best shot, try and get another good start, and see if I can put that BRT KTM up on top.
Well, it'd be obviously great if you did. I mean, I'm just thinking of the championship. You know, you're not only are you a pro rider, you're also a team manager now. So, like you said, you get official support from KTM. So, I mean, if you're going to try and finish the season, of course, as the leading, if you're the leading KTM, obviously you want to win. I'm not, you know, go out and win a championship is your ideal thing, but as a good compromise or consolation, it's good to finish the leading KTM rider in a series, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. You know, obviously KTM being such a big manufacturer, they want wins, they want people up in there, and you know, I've been thereabouts, and it's really nice, you know, to pay them back now with a win, and you know, hopefully we can continue on for next year. We're still in talks at the minute, but we'll just have to wait and see how that all develops. And
well, this is going to help.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, particularly if you put a good second moto in, that will definitely help. I'd be calling them first thing tomorrow morning if I was you.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely be going out to give it a go. You know, as you well know, everybody's out there to win. So, but yeah, we'll give it my best shot.
Good stuff. Well, look, Marty, we'll let you go off and get yourself ready because you're not long before you're back out. You can go and have a look at part of the track. Thanks for joining us here in the booth. That was, ladies and gentlemen, Martin Barr of his own race team, BRT, and hopefully he is going to put together a good second moto as he goes for the overall. We wish you the best of luck in that second moto, Marty, and above all, stay safe, mate.
Thank you very much.
So there you go. Martin is going to go back, get ready. He's going to try and go for the win and go 1-1 in the MX1 Championship races here that are coming up soon. Josh Vale is doing all he can, but Ryan Waggott is playing the percentage game, nice and steady, riding around in second. But Joshua Vale will be happy to take a race win, if not the championship. And he's been storming on. He made a much better start this time. That's what's kind of been his Achilles heel a little bit here this weekend, is the starts. He's had to work very hard. This one he got a better start, and he put the pressure on early. Admittedly, Ryan Waggott didn't necessarily have to race with him, and probably got the pit board to say, just let Josh go. You don't have to race him. Just let him do his thing. It's going to be a championship in the bag for Ryan Waggott if he can bring it home. We're going to get the 1 lap to go board out next lap around. So there's Val over the line. He's going to take one more lap. One more lap for Josh Val. And the rest of this Gaillon Small Wheel 85cc class. This is their last race of the 2020 Michelin MX Nationals Championship. As we said, some of them will be moving up to the big wheel class next year. Some will be staying. We'll be joined, I'm sure, by a host of 65cc riders moving up. Ryan Waggott still safely in second, ahead of Brandon Buckley. Will Haddock on the Judd Orange Brigade machine in fourth, dropping down a place. Buckley moving up past. Then it's Joey Benfield. Kelvin Kelly, who was leading the race, local rider from Doncaster, as you saw on lap 1 or 2, just tucked the front end, went down. But he's back up. Got a rider down in the midfield. You can't see it off the bike. I think he's okay. He's just trapped under the bike, so I don't think he needs medical. He was just stuck in there. So we're just following Josh Vale round on track, but we're also keeping an eye out for Ryan Waggott, who is just got to concentrate. It's as simple as that. Nurse the bike home, no heroics. And there he is on screen. That is your potential 2020 Gurn Small Wheel 85 champion. And he knows it. He is, he's just footing it. Nerves probably settling in. Starting to bite a little bit. He would have had his pit boards. He's, he knows it. He would have gone into this race, as young as they are, fully aware of what he's got to do and what the situation is with the points. But Ryan out there, he's a small little kid, but he's light, he's nimble. He's got good technique. There's the race win for Joshua Vale. Well done, Josh. At least you went out with a solid fight to try and win this championship. So well done to Josh Vale, taking the race win and second in the championship. But he's got one corner to go. He is going to go down there. Hopefully we've got somebody down there to cover it. Well, Swanee's down there ready to do the champagne duties. Bring it home. Here he is, your 2020 Gurn Small Wheel champion. It's Ryan Waggott. He's got it done. I'd keep your goggles on, kid, because you're about to get absolutely blasted with champers. Close those eyes. Yeah, it stings. There's Swanee giving him a damn good drenching. Thoroughly deserved. There's Will Haddock with a little fist bump saying, well done, mate. He takes the champion. So Waggott on that very distinctive grey and fluoro Husqvarna takes the championship.